Assalamu alaikum, brothers. For some time now, around a year, I found myself seeking validation from others, especially from women. In the past, I had a few experiences where girls would approach me or ask for my number, and I won't lie, it gave me a boost in confidence. It felt good to be wanted, and I started tying my self worth to that kind of attention. But now it's been a while, maybe a year or more, and that kind of attention just isn't there anymore. But now it's been a while, maybe a year more, but that kind of attention isn't okay. So from others, it's not there. Okay, I've been asking myself what changed or if something's wrong with me, and it's been weighing on me mentally and emotionally. Deep down, I know it's not right to base my worth on whether someone likes me or not, but it's something I'm really trying to work through. If anyone's gone through similar, if anyone's gone through something similar or has any sincere advice, I'd be really grateful to hear it. Jazakumullahu khairan. Okay, so one thing I found really interesting was right here, you know. I know it's not right to base my worth on whether someone likes me or not. Like, everyone says, "Oh, I don't care what others think. I don't care what others think about me." Everyone can go to hell. If I'm doing right, I'm right and they're wrong. I don't care what anyone thinks of me. This mentality is wrong. You know, we to a degree, to an extent, we should care about what others think of us. For example, what your parents think about you. If your parents are unhappy with you, they're mad at you, they don't like you, or they're just dissatisfied with your attitude and behavior towards them, that's not a good thing. Because in Islam, you have to treat your parents with kindness. Your parents should be satisfied with you. Your parents should be happy with you. Same thing with, you should care about what your close friends think about you. If you have close friends, right, like pious Muslim brothers and stuff, and you make them mad, you shouldn't just be like, "Oh, bro, whatever. I don't care about that. I don't care about them." If they're your good friends, they bring you towards Allah, and you make them mad, you should try and fix that relationship as quickly as possible. Don't just be like, "Okay, bro, I made them mad, but it's whatever, bro. I don't care what they think of me. I don't even care if they like me or not." You should care to an extent of what other people think. Now, that is only for a certain type of relationship. You shouldn't care about what like this random person living in like Zimbabwe thinks about you. Let's say like you have like a soccer game, right? You miss a, I don't know, you have a soccer game, and then it's recorded, and then you have a shot where you missed the net, and some random guy from like, I don't know, across the country says, "Wow, that was a horrible shot, bro. Just quit." Now you shouldn't let that type of negativity comment get to you. Like, if he likes you or not, that doesn't matter. But what matters, and who should like you or not, and the opinions of others should matter, are your parents, or your close friends, and etc. Now, let's get back to this. I found myself seeking validation from others, especially from women. In the past year, I had a few experiences where girls would approach me or ask for my number, but lately he's not been getting that type of attention. You have, most brothers, have this scarcity mindset. Now, let me give you an example. For example, you have $0 to your name. $0, bro. I don't like $0, okay? And I were to give you $5. Now you have the only amount of money you have is $5. You're supposed to survive, eat, drink, and take care of yourself with that $5. Of course, you're gonna keep those $5 to your heart, bro. You're gonna keep that to your chest. You're not gonna let that go. You're always gonna have that like scarcity mindset. You're gonna have that. You're gonna keep it super close to you. You're gonna use every single cent to its value. You're not gonna just be like lavishly like spending it. You're gonna have it close to you. You have those $5. Now, imagine like 2-3 weeks, I were to give you $50,000. $50,000. Compare that $50,000 to the $5. Would $5 really even matter when you have the $50,000? It really wouldn't. You have $50K to your name. So now that $5 is like, brother, I don't need that, bro. Just, what I mean? Let it go. This is just an example. Of course, you're gonna be more like fluent with the way you spend money. You know, if you go to a store with the $5, you're gonna be like, I can't get this, I can't get this now, it's too expensive, too expensive. Let me just get this. Let me just get this one thing. But now you go to a store with $50,000. You're gonna be like, bro, brother, give me this, give me this, give me this, bro. Now just give me this, bro. Scarcity mindset. You can apply this with everything. Girls, you know, a lot of brothers say, you know, this is haram. You know, haram is just let me just put that out there. It's not right. You know, it's haram. Don't get into it. But mostly, bro, brothers do fall into this, and this is an issue that the ummah struggles with, especially Muslim brothers. So I'm gonna address it. Okay. When brothers like, you know, get this girl, a haram relationship, whatever, right? Although the girl itself is like 5, 6 out of 10. You know, she scrolls on TikTok. Okay, she's seeing like big buff men working out, and she's like I don't know, commenting on that. She's scrolling. You know, she has no ambition in life. She's overall like a 6, 5 out of 10. Okay, she has bad habits. She barely works out. You know, she works out here and there. You know, like once in a while. She doesn't eat right. But since the brother has so much scarcity mindset, he bumps that 5, 6 out of 10 to like a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. You hear so many brothers saying like, "Yo, bro, my girls are 10 out of 10. My girls are 11 out of 10." No girls are 11 out of 10, bro. Like, this is just a scared. Like, you're just scared that this is the only type of girl you have. So let me just boost this up. Again, $5 versus 50K. Do you get me? When you get this one girl, and that's your first girl, you want to keep her close to your chest. You're like, bro, this is my girl. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, this is the only type of attention I have. Let me just keep this close to me. Let me just keep this close to me, bro. I can't let this go. I can't lose. I can't afford to lose this. I can't afford to like spend it. You know, $5. But now, imagine you have, like, just imagine, right? Take that one like 6 out of 10 girl you have. Now imagine you have 10, like you have 10 out of 10 girls. You know, they're all like practicing, religious, etc., etc. You're not gonna care about some like random like 5 out of 10 girl walking down the street. You know, just imagine you have 4 wives, alhamdulillah, that are 10 out of 10. You know, they're practicing, they bring you closer to Allah, stuff like that. And now you're walking down the street and you see some like 5 out of 10 girl. She's dressed like, you know, like neck showing, makeup's out. Okay, you know, you can see her with like Cheetos in her hand. She's eating that. She's also scrolling on TikTok. Brother, you're not even gonna look at her. Why? Because you already have like those 10 out of 10 girls who bring you closer to Allah, who are practicing, who are religious, who have good character, good personality. You're not gonna care about some like 5 out of 10 girl who's walking by. You're not. But you only care about that girl, that 5 out of 10 girl, when that's the only girl you have. Do you get me? It's like that. So, but now it's been a while, maybe a year or more, and that kind of attention just isn't there anymore. I've been asking myself what changed or if something's wrong with me, and it's been weighing on me mentally and emotionally. Why is that attention, like, okay, is the attention not there, or are you not there? You know what I mean? Once you level up in life, you know, you're going to the gym, you're eating clean, you're reading, you're getting close to Allah, you're memorizing the Quran, you're improving your khushu in salah, you're beautifying your character, your personality, you're leveling up. As you level up, the good things, the finer things in life just follow you. You know what I mean? They end up following you. But if you like, you know, it's so many like statements. I'm not sure if it's a hadith or not, but the more you like chase the dunya, you're gonna end up losing the dunya and the akhirah. But if you chase the akhirah, you're gonna end up getting the akhirah and the dunya. Do you know what I mean? So is that kind of attention from women not there, or are you just not there with Allah? The more you're distant from your actual goal, the more you're distant from you know what I mean, Allah, and you're like improving yourself and, you know, getting closer to Allah, stuff like that, the more the finer things in life come to you, bro. Like you know what I mean? If you improve your relationship with Allah, like that math test you have next week, you're gonna inshallah pass it with more ease. It's gonna be easier for you to study for it. That thing's gonna come to you. That dua is gonna be answered to you. But if you're on a mad thing, bro, you're sinning left, right, center. You listen to music. You're going to the party every week. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not only losing the dunya, but you're losing the akhirah also, as well. One thing I've realized over the couple of past weeks and months is when you start improving yourself, not only do you get like the attention from like your friends, peers, whatever, but you start getting your own attention. You start getting your own attention. Your own mind and brain starts acknowledging you. When you're a bum, bro, when you're a bum, you're gooning all day long, you're scrolling, my guy, you're like, I don't know, eating Cheetos like and stuff, whatever. Your brain and heart is not gonna be like, yo, good job, bro, keep it up, bro, like, attaboy, that's my guy. Your heart and brain is not gonna be like, is not gonna start gassing you up. He's not gonna be proud of you. Cause your fitrah, like your actual, like the fitrah you have, is supposed to incline towards Allah, towards good. But if you're a bum gooner, it's not gonna applaud you for being a gooner. Do you get me? But if you level up in life, you're gonna start getting your own attention. And once you get your own attention, bro, that's like one of the best things you can have. That's literally one of the best things you can have. Because now you don't need attention from this girl. You don't need attention from that crackhead down the street. You don't need attention from like those popular kids at school who do haram. You have your own attention, bro. You have that own self-respect. You have that own self-dignity. You carry yourself with not pride, but you carry yourself with like respect. You know what you're capable of. You know that Allah is by your side once you level up. But when you're a bum, bro, when you're a bum gooner, right? You don't even have your own attention. But other people don't even give you attention. So you start craving their attention. You start like you're like, bro, why is that girl not giving me attention, bro? Like, yeah, I'm a bum, yeah, this and that, but like, please give me attention, please give me attention. So you start adding her on Snapchat. You start texting her on Instagram. You're like, please give me attention, please give me attention, and she doesn't even she don't even know you because you're a bum. But once you start, you start memorizing the Quran. You start like getting close to Allah, beautifying your character. The finer things come to you, bro. They just come to you. It's just a sabr game, bro. It's just sabr and consistency. If you're a Muslim brother, like from like 14, 15 to like in your youth, bro, like 25, 26, all you need to understand that this part of your life, these 10 years, this 5, 10 years, is all about sabr, patience, and consistency. Bismillah. Okay. Alhamdulillah. You gotta understand it's all about patience and consistency. What does that mean? For example, you're like 17, right? And you see like this guy, he's like 33. He has this car, he's married, he has a house, this and that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be like, bro, why does he have it? Why does he have it, bro? No, like, it's not fair. You need to work. You need to be patient because your time will come. As long as you're on this Muslim self-improvement plan, this journey, it's gonna come to you. You need to understand that Muslim self-improvement is like 0.1%. There's self-improvement, and there's being a Muslim. And then there's Muslim self-improvement. That's such a niche, small group. So if you're a part of this group, bro, genuinely, like, hats off to you, bro. So, like, respect to you. But you need to understand that you need to be sabr and patient and consistent on this path. Put in that work, bro. Memorize the Quran. Go to the masjid. Level up your social skills. Halal way. Don't be chatting up these girls. But like, go out there and like help the elderly guy across the road. Open the door for someone. Smile at someone. Improve your social skills. Ask that guy at the gym, yo, you looking big, bro. How's it going, bro? How long you been training for? Like, level up yourself. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Level up. Sabr, consistent. And inshallah, you're gonna make it. Why? Because you're chasing the akhirah. You're chasing the good things. You're chasing the halal things. When you chase the halal things, bro, everything else will come to you. You know what I mean? Take the Sahabas for example, bro. Take the Sahabas, radiallahu anhum, for example. They weren't just sitting at home all day long, bro. They were pretty like the 10 that were promised paradise. They weren't just sitting at home all day, be like, okay, guys, I'm already promised Jannah. Let me just sit home. Let me just chill, bro. They were not like that, bro. If anything, they probably put in more effort than the people that were not guaranteed Jannah. Isn't that crazy? The 10 that were guaranteed Jannah, put in more effort to doing good, to getting themselves out there, to helping the ummah, than the people that were not guaranteed Jannah. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Umar, all these guys, all these Sahabas, greats. They weren't just sitting at home. They would be out in the city, out in the roads, helping the elderly. They'd be calling people towards this, they'd be fighting for the sake of Allah. They'd be putting in effort here, effort there, effort there, effort there. They'd be out in the city, out in the open, helping the ummah. The reason you feel deep down deep down, the reason why it's weighing you down mentally and emotionally is because, bro, you're not you need to put yourself, you need to have your level of attention and your validation from halal means. Don't get your halal validation from girls. Be like the Sahabas. They were doing it for the sake of Allah, for the sake of helping the ummah. Go out there in the world, bro. Go out there in the world, talk to this guy and ask him questions. If you see like a big jacked guy, ask him questions. How'd you get so big? What did you do? Okay. If you see an elderly person at the masjid, you ask him what advice would you give to someone like my age? If you're at school and you see you see a teacher, she's packing up her notebooks, whatever folders, help her out with that. Be out in the open, bro, but in a halal way. Help out the ummah. Be like the Sahabas. They weren't just sitting at home all day long and they weren't chatting up women on the side. No, they were literally focused on their mission. They were focused on akhirah. They were focused on Allah, and the good things came to them. So the point is, they were doing all this for the sake of Allah. They were chasing the akhirah. They were improving themselves. They want to be like the better version of themselves, and all the good things just attracted to them. The barakah, blessings, the goodness. But if you start chasing the akhirah, the whatever, girls, drugs, partying, this empty validation void, you're gonna lose both, my guy. You're gonna lose both. It is what it is, bro. So just remember, the $5 versus the 50K. Right now, bro, it's weighing you down mentally and emotionally because you pretty much have the scarcity. Most guys have the scarcity mindset, bro. They have this $5 that they just deep down please don't go, please, bro, I have this girl, she's at 5 out of 10, please don't go. Let that go and work towards the 50K. Work towards improving yourself, this and that, and inshallah, bro, Allah's gonna reward you with the best girl, bro, the best wife, who actually brings you close to Allah, who satisfies you, who makes you happy. That's what you should be aiming towards. Now let's see what the comments here. I feel you, bro. It's easy to get hooked on that kind of attention and let it mess with how you see yourself. Definitely. But honestly, your worth ain't about who's checking you out or not. 100%. It sucks when that stops, but that's the time to turn inward and focus on building yourself up for you, not anyone else. Yo, this guy, tough, bro. Let me like this. It takes time and patience, but trust me, confidence that comes from within is way stronger. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Once you start improving yourself, you get your own attention. You get your own recognition. You don't need recognition from that guy, that girl. You don't. Because once you level up, the confidence that comes from within is way stronger. Yo, how do I pin this guy? Yo, keep grinding on your deen and your mindset, and things will click eventually. You're definitely not alone in this, bro. Definitely, bro. You're not you're not alone, bro. You'd be surprised how many brothers struggle with this. Struggle with haram relationships, struggle with feeling that connection, that love with women. You're not alone in this, bro. Genuinely, you're not alone in this. But there's a formula, there's a method. Just like everything else, just like anything else in life, there's a formula and there's a method to overcome this. Just like how you quit the X habit, it's just like how you quit Y habit, this habit. There's a way to quit this too, bro. There's a way to quit trying to fill that void, trying to fill this and this. So if you guys benefited, this is my community. I launched this maybe a month ago, and we already have 40-50 brothers in here. So join in and ask for advice, ask for help, meet new brothers just like you. I'm rolling out a bunch of different stuff, we're gonna have weekly calls, so where I join the call and you guys can ask me questions. I'll bring you guys on to like the call itself, and we can like have a conversation, ask questions, stuff like that. It'll just be like a nice like brotherhood call. I also have like bunch of course in here. If you go in here, the haram habits course, how to quit bad habits, just right here, 14 lessons, bro. I put so much effort and time into this, and it goes into proper in depth. It goes into like a bunch of different like cause and effects, and what to do and what not to do, the Tarantino method, bunch of stuff like that. We have just, bro, it's just like a good place to join. It's pretty cheap too. It's like $7. I'm probably gonna be upping the price soon, so you guys don't want to miss this out. If you guys been benefited, it's gonna be the first link in the description. Join in, come and say hi, and just meet brothers just like you, man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.